Hey guys, Mr. Jalapeno here with another segment of Jalapeno Painting. In today's project, I'm going to show you how I painted this beaten down window stool. I used to think it was called a window sill, but I guess the window sill is on the exterior. The interior is a window stool. But anyways, what you want to do first is get some blue tape and tape off the surrounding area. Then what you want to do is sand off the window stool. Make sure you get into the corners, the edges there. And also I'm going to do the apron at the bottom. I'm using 120 grit sanding paper to sand it down. Once you've sanded everything down, get a wet rag and wipe off any dust. And look, I'm going to use this 123 bullseye primer. And you want to make sure you apply the primer first, because as my final coat, I'm going to use a gloss paint, but I don't want to apply that gloss paint without first applying the primer. This primer is just going to help the gloss paint adhere better to the window stool there. And I ended up doing about 3 coats of primer just to make sure I have a nice seal. But before I apply the gloss paint, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use a little bit of Ready Patch. The window stool was a little beaten up, so this Ready Patch works wonders with surface repairs like this. Just make sure to do thin coats of Ready Patch because it does take quite a bit to dry. But once it's dry, go ahead and sand it, and then I'm going to do another coat of primer. That's the last coat of primer, I promise. Now it's time to apply the gloss paint. Just make sure the primer is dry. And me personally, I like to use little rollers like this. You could use a brush, you could use different rollers. This is the one I personally like. If the window stool was a little bit wider, I would use a bigger roller, but this little roller was perfect for this project. And that's pretty much it for the window stool. Overall, I ended up doing like 4 coats of primer, 1 coat of the Ready Patch, and 2 coats of the gloss. And that's the recipe for success. Now I'll just pull the blue tape. Just be careful if you are pulling the blue tape while the paint's still wet, not to touch the window stool, because obviously the paint is still wet. Now I'm just gonna caulk that crack where the wall meets the window there. I'm gonna end up painting the whole bathroom, but I just wanted to get the window sill finished first. I'm just caulking and painting just to finish off the video here. That way the window looks nice. I'm gonna come back another day, like I said, to paint the bathroom. But at least now this window sill is done. It looks really cool. I think it looks better, more modern than what it did before, but that's just my opinion. Jalapeno Solutions. Boom.